Let's first get a better understanding what you will see in the video and what did we use for our demo system. So the demo system we use is a demo for a chocolate production line. This chocolate production line is completely automated with our TIA portal and several optional tools we are using to do everything in a virtual environment. So first of all, to get the job context and to also have a kind of recipe control and order handling, use the WinCC add-on PM Control. For the visualization, we use WinCC Professional with the library of basic processes, which is a library of control mod. You can also download it from the online support from our web pages. You get some out-of-the-box control modules like valves, motors, PIT control with the faceplate and the function blocks for the PLC. And the sequences are engineered with S7 Graph to give the operator and a kind of graphical representation what is happening right now in the production steps. In our case, we even use a virtual PLC. So for testing and simulation, we use PLC Sim Advanced of the PLC. And the second simulation component we are using is CIMIT. In this scenario, we use CIMIT for two purposes. One purpose is the simulation of the material flow. So all material transfer from the storage tank to the weighing equipment to the conching equipment will be the flow of the materials will be simulated in CIMIT. But also we simulate with CIMIT traditionally the valves and the control modules, so the entire behavior of the control modules, so that we are also able to validate our screens, but also we are able to validate the PLC program. And with the combination of the material flow, we can even virtually create the traceability of our product. So the first four components are installed on one virtual machine. Finally, on the second virtual machine, we are running Op Center execution process, where we just using the tracking and tracing functionality. Of course, there we built up also the same material information, and we rebuilt the same equipment configuration as in the PLC or in the WinCC project. So now let's have a look how this looks in reality and how the look and feel is like. So I'm going to start a video. So yeah, in this case, I said our demonstration shows the production of a chocolate bar. We see here directly in the mixing area, we have 3 raw material tanks with 3 different products, quantity of 9,999 kilograms each. And we're directly jumping to the Op Center material storage runtime, where we see exactly the same equipment hierarchy. So we have the basic mixing area with the related storage tanks. And in the storage tank, we see that the quantity is synchronized up to automation. So what we're going to do next, let's start the production of a chocolate bar, I would say. So we use PM Control, as said, therefore, create a new job for a new chocolate bar. So we have the possibility to select different chocolate bars, light, different white or dark color chocolate. And mixing is based on raw material quantities. So upscaling is done for the further processing. And yeah, now production is running. So let's use this chance to have a look in what's happening now in the demo. So as said, we are using WinCC Professional for the visualization. We have the 3 areas: basic, mixing, conching, and final mixing. And right now we're having a look into the basic mixing area, where we are dosing several batches for the final chocolate bar. Here we see the S7 graph directly, so the operator has the ability to look inside which step the dosing process is right now, so operator can diagnose live. Then next thing we see is the CIMIT simulation. So in CIMIT simulation, we also can live see how the tank is filling, how it's emptying. So we see the material flow simulation, and in parallel, the behavior of the valves and motors is simulated. And yeah, this gives us really the ability to do everything in a virtual world. While the production is running, let's have a look to now the basic mixing area. So we see that already 2.2 tons of products has been already weighed in. And also if we jump to the conching area, we see that parts of the product already arrived at the conch 2 equipment, and there is further processed. So it gives us the possibility to trace even live during production, where are the materials, where are the lots in my process right now. So while the production is running, for demonstration purpose, we start another batch. Now this time we will produce a different chocolate bar, because later I want to show you how you can use this when browsing through the material genealogy and identify the lots of different, or identify used lots for different batches. So therefore we start a second batch for demonstration purpose and let the production run again. So at the moment, yeah, we see the next dosing step starting, so production continue. In the meantime, let's have a look to how the tracking and tracing is implemented. So we open the step sequence, and here you see that we implemented a send track and trace message step. And within this step, we basically forward or putting the information about the source and the destination equipment and the amount into the message and trigger the message. And therefore, MES is able to pick up the message and put it into its database and build up the material genealogy. What we now see is the tracking units in the Ops Center, and we are picking up one of the tracking units and want to see what was the material contribution. So based on this mechanism, we are able to browse forward and backward through the material genealogy, and for example here, identify that we have used the sugar-3 lot for this current batch. And if I want to figure out what other batches are affected, I now have the graphical way of doing it. So by browsing again forward, and I will be able to find also other batches that have been used the same lot. So this way, as I said, I can browse forward and get backward through the genealogy on a graphical way. But technically, it's also possible to do it just by reporting with a table, so that I also have it just a stable representation. For example, then I can query for the sugar-3 lot and let me report all final batches where the lot sugar-3 has been used. So that's basically from my side, from demonstration, from content.
Thank you for watching. To learn more about this topic, check out the links in the description. And if you enjoyed what you saw, like the video and subscribe to the channel.